Delighted to be joined by Dan Skelton. You had Heltenham go round here at Newbury ahead of the Coral Gold Cup. How did you find his gallop?
I thought it was really good actually. He obviously joined in quite late. His lead horse lacked the constance of run here on the Friday. He just wanted a day out really. The ground's really soft, which is ideal. I thought I saw everything I needed to see really. He unfortunately didn't come back in and tell me, yeah, I'll definitely stay 3 mile 2 for you, but we'll find that out on the day.
And Harry rode Giant's Grave. He'll come here for the novice hurdle.
Yeah, I think so. Just want to see he's all right afterwards. Not that anything went wrong. He's a big baby of a horse, and just see how he comes out of this. I think he's got a big future though. Him and his gallop partner, Only Way Is Up. I think they're two names to perhaps have on your agenda going forward.
Protektorat ran in the Paddy Power Gold Cup off a monster weight. What's his targets? I'm assuming King George Ryanair?
No, he'll go to the Peterborough. Yeah, he ran really well actually the other day. He's just way too fresh. Last year I overtrained him for the Betfair. This year I was cautious not to overtrain. Probably left him a fraction short. But it was nice to see him go around there with loads of enthusiasm. He was jumping too big and bold and almost enjoying himself too much. But I prefer it that way. You know, after all the races that horse has had, you know, he deserves to have one where there's not as much pressure as usual. And now he'll go to the Peterborough. He'll be a lot more favoured at the weights. And hopefully he's the one to beat. And
you had a very nice bumper horse, Fortune de Mare. He could be quite an exciting horse going forward.
Yeah, he's obviously very, very talented. I was absolutely staggered he got beat at the October meeting. Not because I think he's a much superior horse to his opposition, but just the way the race worked out. He got there to win, and halfway up the running, I'd almost turned around to his owner to start congratulating him. He'd gone half a length clear and then ducks out to his left and sort of gives away his initiative and gets beat. So we obviously made sure that didn't happen on Sunday, or rather Harry did. We learned a lot in one go at the October meeting. So yeah, you can see how much ability he could have. You know, in terms of it's a lot. We don't know how far he'll go, but like you'd rather have him on your side than against you.
100%. And talking about horse with ability, Great Doran goes to the Betfair Chase on Saturday. He looks a really exciting prospect, stepping up into open company.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the course form in the book. He's done it round there. He stayed the trip at Warwick last year in really soft ground. We've got him as fit as we can for the first time. We've taken him away for a gallop. He's probably been away for 2 gallops. In fact, he went to our grass gallop and he went for another away day. How he'll fare against those older horses and more experienced horses, we'll find out. But I'm not going there with any anxiety or nerves, you know, oh God, will he be good enough? I'm not doing all that. We don't sort of get much enjoyment out of doing that these days. You try and just look forward. We're going there with a great horse, with a great chance. We're very lucky to be doing so, and you know what will be, but we've prepared him the best we can.
And a horse at the end of last season that stepped up quite superiorly was Langadan, obviously running massive races in the Aintree hurdle and the Select hurdle. I see he's put in the fighting 5th. Is that a target for his opener?
Yeah, it is a possibility. I know everyone thinks, oh yeah, you've always got the Coral Cup on your mind and all that type of jazz, but the truth of the matter is he's very difficult in the autumn and the winter. We'll see this year because he's never had a go like he's going to be able to have a go this year, and it'll be a little bit smoother and we know where we're going to go. So really we're aiming at the long walk at Christmas time around Ascot. We'll get a run in beforehand. I think that'll be the fighting 5th. We'll give him an entry here in the long distance hurdle as well. But yeah, I just know he's better in the spring. I just do. I just know he's better in the spring. And if he doesn't run so well in the autumn and the winter, it won't one iota concern me for going back to the festival in the springtime. And we want to aim at the Stayers hurdle this year. So it's obviously a different class of horse that we're going to hopefully take aim at. But yeah, he's a funny horse. Like people genuinely think that we're just always plotting out that Coral Cup, but he's the one in charge really.
And to finish off, the David Power Jockey's Cup was announced. Is that something that you and Harry are going to kind of target for the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it's a lot of money, number one. I'm yet to really understand what the sponsors want to see back from it. But whatever they want to see back from it, I hope they get it in spades. It almost feels like the future's arrived when we saw that. I know there were some negative comments about it. I think they're very short-sighted. I think we've got to look a little bit further along the line at what this could mean for the sport. At the end of the day, the jockeys were chosen for this prize, perhaps because of their availability to do more in terms of social media, exposure, etc. You know, they're athletes at the end of the day. They're the more interesting ones for the outsiders looking in. I personally believe the most important people in racing are the owners. Never thought differently. But like I say, it could be that the future's here, because if this works, I'd like to see it extended to the trainers, and then more importantly to the owners. I'd like to see a horse league up to 2.5 miles and 2.5 miles above for hurdlers and chasers. Top 10 horses in the year get awards. You have an awards ceremony at the end of the year. I think it'll increase the interest in our sport massively. I think it'll increase participation, and what's more is it will give those owners that want to partake at a higher level, it'll give them the incentive that they're going to get some financial reward if they are, consistently campaigning their horse at a high level. I think any negative comments are very, very short-sighted, and I hope that argument that I've given there, I hope as many people as possible can take note of it, because I'm not saying I'm a genius and I know that that's what we should do, but listening to myself say that, I can actually see how it might work, and if that's the future of our sport, I think it'll be a real positive.